What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm just going to be doing a quick market update as I am traveling in New York. As you guys can notice, a little bit of a scenery change here, but yeah, just want to give you guys a quick market update so I don't leave you guys in the dark, as Bitcoin is doing some crazy things. So we're going to take a look at what's going on, what's happened in the past, and where I think price can go from here, kind of the next moves I think I'm going to be taking. So we're going to be covering all of that, and guys, yesterday was my 30th birthday. Bitcoin to 30K on Frankie Candle's 30th birthday. Who knows? I'm just kidding, guys. But without further ado, let's jump into the charts and see what the heck is going on with Bitcoin. So here we are on the daily chart, and we do have some bullish things, right? I'm not going to cover the weekly too much. As you guys do know, we do have a blood diamond on the weekly. You do just want to keep this in the back of your mind, that this is a very powerful bearish signal, right? So you want to make sure you just have this in the back of your mind. But like I always say, this does not mean we can't come up in the short term, because we do have some bullish things popping up on the lower time frames. So I will show you those in just a second. But let's come on down to the 2 hour and just kind of cover what's been going on recently here with Bitcoin. So as you guys know, we came down to this golden pocket, had a nice, beautiful bounce off of it before getting rejected at about 43K, coming back down, testing that golden pocket again, getting a nice little bounce, caught a nice little scalp long off of this. And then we finally came through and broke this golden pocket and tested our next level that we had right here at about 38K even. I told you guys to look out for some support here, and we got a nice bounce up from here. Let's just go ahead and measure this out and see what kind of move you could have got here, right? You're never going to catch the bottom of these wicks, but let's just say, you know, you got in right on this support level and you rode it up. We'll just say you caught it all the way to the top of these wicks. So you could have got a nice little 6% move off of this 38K level. And we've been watching this level for a while. This has been down here. We're just, you know, like I always tell you guys, you want to wait, have your key levels, and then wait patiently for price to come down and reach that level. And then you want to look for bullish divergences, which you actually did have here on the 2 hour, with the momentum waves making higher lows while price was making lower lows, right? So you get this little pinch point, right? We talk about this all the time on the channel. One of the easiest things that you can see on the chart, right? So you have momentum waves coming up and you have your price coming down, and then that usually squeezes the price right up. So nice little move there off of our second support level, our little backup support level after this golden pocket. So hopefully some of you guys caught some good moves off of that. And then we actually came up and we actually came down to almost test that golden pocket again before coming right back up. And if we come down to the 15-minute, we can see that, right? We came all the way up and then we came down and almost touched that golden pocket and got a nice bounce right back up to here. So some pretty crazy price action for Bitcoin, you know, in these, you know, yesterday, in the recent couple days, you know, Bitcoin has been going kind of nuts. So now what do we, you know, this is kind of what happened. I just wanted to cover that, but what is going on right now? Now, what do we see on the charts? So on the bullish side, let me turn off Market Cipher A here, hide this. Now for, you know, for the bullish case here, now we do have a possible bullish divergence on the daily time frame, right? Now we're gonna have to zoom in a little bit, but you can see right here, this is the daily time frame. You have momentum waves making a lower high, right? Currently, let me move this. Currently printing a green dot on that momentum wave, not confirmed just yet. We're gonna have to wait about 6 hours for this to confirm. But if this confirms, this could be very good for Bitcoin. I think it could move us up quite a bit. And we're going to talk about where I think this can bring us in just a second. But I don't know if this is going to bring us straight up, right? Well, we'll just talk about it right now, right? I do think if this daily bullish divergence does play out, I think we could easily get back up here to about 42K, start battling this level of resistance right here. And even maybe pull up on top of this resistance, flip it to support, and come up to this next level here where you can see we've been rejected many times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we've been rejected here a bunch of times. It is a pretty strong level, so I think that could be another level that we come up to if we can get past this level here at about $42,000, right? It's this line is actually 42,209. So if we can get past there, I do think there's a chance that this daily bullish divergence could bring us all the way up here, flip this to support, and then come up and test this level right here. Now, question is, when would this happen, right? Now, I don't know if this is going to happen right away, because if you come down to these lower time frames, like, let me just resize this. If you come down to the 1 hour, you can see here that we could be possibly printing a bearish divergence, right? So usually the lower time frames, right, the setups on the lower time frames will play out, you know, obviously the higher time frames take a little longer to play out. So what do I think is going to happen while we're waiting for this bullish divergence on the daily to confirm? If you come down to the 1 hour, you can see that we are starting to make lower highs on our momentum waves, right? As you can see right here. Now, not confirmed yet. We are not printing a red dot here yet, but if we do print a red dot, once this VWAP starts to come over that zero line to the downside, we could print a red dot right there, and then that would be starting to form a bearish divergence as you have price making higher highs and your momentum waves making lower lows, right? So this, I think, could drop us down a good bit, right? And we could wind up coming down. You know, if we see that bearish divergence play out, we could wind up seeing price, you know, come down and maybe test this golden pocket, right? And then maybe you see right after that, you hit the golden pocket, maybe that daily divergence plays out. Depends on, you know, the time frame and the timing of how all this plays out. But you could come down to this golden pocket, or 38K, I think would be a little more likely. But if you break this level, you guys know we've been keeping an eye on this 786 fib level down here at about 36,400. It's been here for a while. We've been talking about this level for a while. Luckily, we have not had to come down and test it. Our first level was the golden pocket. Our second level was 38K. Now, if we see this bearish divergence play out, are we going to finally come down and test this 786 fib level? And then maybe at this point, this is where we start to see the daily bullish divergence play out, and that's where we start to come up to this 42K level, and then this plays out in a very, very, very big way, and then maybe we come up to this 43.8 level. Even if we get past this 42.2 level, we could come up and test this before, you know, then what this would also do is give us a little more time for those longer bearish time frames, the bearish signals on the longer time frames to play out, and then this might be where we get a harsh rejection and start to come down, like you guys know, to our targets. If this weekly blood diamond does wind up playing out, we could be coming down. Let me go to a higher time frame to zoom out a little bit. Maybe that we get our little relief rally up to about 43.9, almost 44K, and then we get a hard rejection and start to come closer to these summer lows down here. So that is kind of my thoughts on Bitcoin, right? So again, levels to watch right here. You definitely want to, let me get rid of these drawings real quick. You definitely want to keep an eye on this 1 hour bearish divergence to see if it is going to play out, right? You know, momentum waves making lower highs as your price is making higher highs. This could be your rejection, and this could bring you down, right? You're watching the golden pocket. I don't know if this is really going to hold. You might just come right back down to bounce off 38K, and then if you lose this, I think you would be watching the 786 fib level and then keeping an eye on this daily bullish divergence to get a strong bounce off of this level, right? So maybe price comes down, maybe you get a little bounce, you break through it, you get a little bounce, and then you break through it, you come down, hit the 786 fib level, right? Your daily bullish divergence plays out, and then you get a nice ride all the way up to these levels. Maybe you bounce off the golden pocket. Everyone's feeling really euphoric, really bullish, 42.2. You bounce, and then you break it, and you come up towards 43. Everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, everything's crazy. Everyone's euphoric. All-time highs are incoming, and then those bearish weekly signals just come down, ruin the party, and bring us all the way down towards these summer lows. Definitely possible. This is kind of what I'm keeping an eye on. Once we get up to this 44K level, if it plays out, we will reassess the situation to see what the chances are of us possibly coming down to these summer lows or maybe continuing higher. But again, you want to remember these longer term bearish signals are very strong. So I am still leaning that even if this daily bullish divergence does bring us up, I do still think that that weekly blood diamond lurking could come and strike at, you know, when everyone's feeling euphoric and we get a big pump up to 44K, everyone's feeling good, then that blood diamond comes in and crushes everybody's hopes and dreams. Also, very possible that we could continue to go up, but we will assess the situation when we get there. Now, before I let you guys go, I do just want to check in on the DXY. This is another bearish puzzle piece that I am keeping an eye on. We have broken out of this trend line, this level right here that we've been rejected at. Boom. This marked a bottom for Bitcoin, started a big run, right? We talk about this all the time. We got a big rejection, started a big positive run for Bitcoin when we got rejected here. We are now breaking this level for the first time in a long time. We are breaching this level on the daily time frame. We are still holding underneath it. But if you come down to these lower time frames, we are above this level, and we could flip it to support and continue higher, which would be very bearish for Bitcoin if they continue to move inversely of each other. Now checking on the SPY, another thing, right? So good news for the SPY, which might be why we're seeing these little bounces for Bitcoin, is the SPY finally is coming down and finding some support on this level that we were pointing out the past few days. We have been finding some support. We broke below it a little bit here and here, but we're now back above it, holding it. So that is very positive for Bitcoin, and we could continue. If this continues up, it could be good news for Bitcoin, but that DXY is not looking too good. So guys, I think that's all I got for this one. Again, I did just want to update you guys, give you a little urgent market update so you guys aren't in the complete dark, as I'm not in the studio. But I told you guys, Frankie Candles got your back. I'm going to keep making that content. I don't care where I am. I'm going to keep making that content, keeping you guys updated, letting you know what's going through my head, where I think price action is going, so you guys are always in the know. So just remember, we're looking at that 786 fib level for a possible bounce to see that daily bullish divergence play out to the upside. Target for that between $42,200 and $44,000. That's where we're looking for a possible harsh rejection. And when you start approaching those levels, start looking for those bearish divergences, right? You want to check all your time frames, see if you're seeing those bearish divergences to see if you can get a hard rejection down and get a nice short, especially if we start moving down towards those summer lows and that weekly blood diamond finally digs its teeth in and starts to really sink the price. Look for some really good short opportunities. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for this one. I'll see you in the next video. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll.